moment you are studying here at People's Friendship University, and how does it feel to be a graduate of Master's Program of Legal Interpreting and Translation?
Actually, I found it very interesting and efficient and fruitful because, as for me, I had so many experiences in this field as a legal interpreter and translator. I worked as a legal interpreter and translator in Interpol, International Police Research Center, in Iran. This program helped me to organize my knowledge, and I really found my way in order to be so much educated and organized interpreter and translator. I found it very interesting, very useful. The materials were actually very useful. They were selected smartly, and now after 5 years I refer them again and use them as my materials, as my sources for my students too.
And now, as a graduate of a program, you work with students. You actually teach them legal English, yes?
Yeah. Yes.
And do you like your students? Do you find it challenging maybe working with them?
Yes, of course, because from 18 I was working as a teacher, as English teacher, and sometimes as German teacher in my country, and I know what the atmosphere in the class is, and I know my students, and I think that I could have a perfect communication with my students, because it comes from my heart actually, because I love my students. I don't work just for money or earning and having food or actually spending my life. Just this.
But is it
Yes, I love my
difficult to work with them?
Yes, of course. Yes, it's difficult, especially with the students who cannot speak in English, and I don't like to use body language with them, because I really suffer from this aspect that person in class, as a lawyer, as bachelor students, could not speak English. I ask myself why, and I'm trying to help them. I'm trying not to be angry with them, because in my class right now there are so many differences between boys and girls. Boys can speak English very well and girls cannot, and it's very difficult, and I should try to make balance between my students without concentrating on anybody. But I'm trying to keep my polite behavior, I'm trying to help them, and I'm trying to be patient enough. That's, and of course, I at People's Friendship University of Russia, I learned legal English interpreting, and besides, I learned teaching method from my students, really, yes.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you very much. Thank you, Neda.
Thank you,
Thank you.
If you want